And the main point of every circle is, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. And only then do you get to, give me some bread today. 3 big, massive, your name hallowed, your kingdom arriving, your will on the planet done the way it's done in heaven and in my life. Those are in every circle. That's why he's not anywhere in the concentric circles. So those are my 3 suggestions. The hard truth is we Christians don't do very well. We've done some surveys over the years at Bethlehem. It's pretty sad when we do them. I don't like to do them. I get discouraged. We don't pray very much. Pray at meals, maybe, unless we're still stuck at the adolescent stage that thinks good habits are legalism. We may whisper prayers before a tough meeting that we're walking into. We may throw him a kiss as we crawl into bed. But we don't set aside significant, regular, daily, disciplined time to pray in those ways much. And we don't think it's worth it to meet with others to pray, by and large. And we wonder, why is my faith weak? Why is my hope feeble? Why is my passion for Christ small? And meanwhile, across these rooms, the devil is whispering in your ear, some of you, the pastor's getting legalistic now. He's moving into the legalistic phase of the sermon. He's starting to use guilt now. He's getting the law out now. That's what he's saying. To which I say, to hell with the devil and all of his destructive lies. Be free, Bethlehem. Is intentional, regular, disciplined, earnest, Christ-dependent, God-glorifying, joyful prayer a duty? A discipline? Do I go to prayer meetings Tuesday morning, Wednesday afternoon, Friday morning, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, Tuesday mornings or Saturday meeting? Do I do that because it's a duty, out of discipline? Well, you could call it that. It's a duty the way it's a duty for a scuba diver to put on his air tank before he goes underwater. It's a duty the way pilots should listen to air traffic controllers. It's a duty the way soldiers in combat should clean their rifles and load their guns. It's a duty the way hungry people eat food. It's a duty the way thirsty people drink water. It's a duty the way a deaf man puts on his hearing aid. It's a duty the way a diabetic takes his insulin. It's a duty the way Pooh Bear looks for honey. It's a duty the way pirates look for gold. So you call it duty if you want. It is like that. I hate the devil. I hate the way he is killing some of you by persuading you it's legalistic to do regular, set-aside, disciplined praying. I hate the devil and the way he's killing you. Telling you that it is legalistic to be as regular in your prayers as you are in eating your food. in sleeping, in internet use. Oh, we struggle with those, don't we? Legalistic to eat 3 times a day. I think it is. Sleep every night, for goodness sakes. Mix it up. He is laughing up his sleeve at how easy he can take out Christians. The devil is. He is laughing up his sleeve at what suckers we are for his worn out legalism. You should just look at him and say, I'm older than that. I'm not in 5th grade anymore. I've grown up a little bit. Get out of my life. I've got work to do because I am a sinner in desperate need of talking to my King every day. And my sin inclines me to leave it over and over. If I don't set a time and a place, I'm a goner. Let's talk to the devil. Give him some information. He might leave you alone for a while. Probably not. Folks, God has given us means of grace. You know that phrase? God has given us means of grace. If we don't use the means of grace, like praying, to the fullest advantage, our complaints against Him will not stick. It's amazing to me how many people get in God's face with complaints when they haven't done it. What kind of a courtroom is this when God can be put in the dock by sinners who don't even use the means of grace He gives us? Amazing. Amazing. If we don't eat, we starve. If we don't drink, we die of thirst. If we don't exercise a muscle, it atrophies. If we don't breathe, we suffocate. And just as there are physical means of life, there are spiritual means of grace. It's so simple. And so many of you are trying to live your life without breathing, eating, drinking, exercising. And you wonder, what's wrong? It's your fault. It's his fault. Okay, Zechariah. You know where that book is? Second from the last book of the Old Testament. If you go to the end of the Old Testament and flip back about 4 pages, you'll be there. Zechariah chapter 13, verses 8 and 9, and we'll wrap it up here with this. What did I get hit with in Zechariah that gave this message the twist it's now getting? On prayer. I don't think I'd ever seen this before. This is a couple of verses about God's school of prayer. If you're not praying the way you should, then probably He's going to sign you up for this. So let's start at verse 8. In the whole land, declares the Lord, 2/3 shall be cut off and perish, and 1/3 shall be left alive. So stop there. Don't worry about when this happens in history right now. Just leave that one aside. Just look at how God works. So He takes the whole, and 2/3 of them perish. They get wiped out. And God saves 1/3. So you're in that 1/3 if you're a Christian. Just symbolically, you're in that 1/3. God's remnant, faithful, imperfect, weak, lousy prayers, He saved them. Now, what's God's remedy for their weaknesses? So verse 9. What's His school of prayer? Verse 9. And I will put this 1/3 into the fire and refine them as one refines silver and test them as gold is tested. So now notice carefully what's happening, because this is surprising.